This is Where You Live with Gene and Tony. We're broadcasting from the Concierge Landscape Studios. We're brought to you by Extreme Exteriors and American Family Insurance, the Kim Bennett Agency. Let's hear from the Community Associations Institute. The CAI Minute is brought to you by Start to Finish Maintenance Contractors. Start to Finish provides 24-hour service for all of your home and business maintenance needs. Call Start to Finish at 952-259-1219 for your home, for your business, for your peace of mind.
Are you a member of the Community Associations Institute? For nearly 40 years, CAI has provided education and resources to volunteer homeowners who govern community associations and the professionals who support them. Visit caionline.org to learn more. That address again is caionline.org. CAI helps community association board members by providing online resources, in-person training, and hard copy publications written by association management experts. CAI offers community managers professional development, networking opportunities, and a certification program that's established as the industry standard nationwide. Minnesota has its own chapter of the Community Associations Institute to bring resources and tools from community associations around the country right to your home. Visit CAIMN.com to learn more and become a member of CAI today. Your community and management company will benefit from your involvement. Join the Community Associations Institute today at CAIMN.com and click on Membership.
So, Gene, we were talking about this story out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, where 346 homes were lost to the wildfires.
Oh, yeah, probably a lot more than that. But this
in
is
this
just
one
with
community.
This association, yeah.
And many of these homes were in associations of different configurations. So, of course, they're worried about rebuilding all of that and rebuilding it under the existing covenants and restrictions.
Yeah.
And the first place people go is, let's get somebody in charge. Let's create an agency that will oversee all this.
Yeah, when people are afraid that people aren't going to comply, they say there's got to be another rule, another law that we can set up, maybe another division, someone else that...
Another agency.
But that presupposes several things. It presupposes that people want to be law-abiding citizens. And let me, case in point, everybody wants to be a law-abiding citizen. But how many people break the law when it comes to speeding? If they need to get somewhere fast, they will do that, even though they know that's the law.
Yeah.
How many people will say, I'm going to smoke marijuana, even though I know that I can't? Right. People break the law.
Right.
Even when it comes to their own homes, someone will say, I know I need to pull a permit to get a deck, but I'm going to just build the deck. Yeah. We know that happens. So
that's right.
It's not that there shouldn't be, so I'm not saying that there shouldn't be any government at all, but we would be remiss to think that at any point in time, you can create one agency, one authority that is going to be there, that's going to make sure that you have 100% compliance.
Right, that's true. And especially in homeowner associations. They're not meant to be an authoritative state or an authoritarian state. They're meant to be a cooperative community. Yeah.
Now, the reason why I don't think there'll be so much of an issue as we might think.
They're kind of blowing this out of proportion.
Number one, when you're dealing with those communities that are townhomes and condominiums, and it said that some of those are that. Well, one thing I can tell you is that the insurance is going to be paid out of a master policy. The insurance is paid to who? It's paid to the association.
Okay.
So homeowners may have some things that are being done on some of their homes. Does the association have to be concerned that someone's going to have something built by a developer, a builder, rather that isn't going to abide by their architectural concerns? No. Most likely, the association will be picking that
because
vendor.
You're saying the association, if they control the money, they're going to control the standards too.
Exactly, and even if it's something that they're going to be giving money for, because there will be some things. One of the things that they'll be doing is making sure that the proper permits are pulled, that there's licensing, and that the architectural control is there. Otherwise, they won't give the money.
Sure.
So. There's a good number of these people, it's not going to be an issue.
Yeah.
The other reason it's not going to be an issue, one of the reasons why people bought the home they did is they like the home that they have.
Yeah.
And so they're going to have it built the same way.
Yeah.
But they're right. There's going to be a few people that are going to be those diehards who are going to want to do things their way, and they're going to be that cowboy bill, so to speak, that'll just
but
do
the
things
truth
on
of the
their
matter
own.
is, no matter how many layers of regulation and how many agencies you put over them, there are always going to be those few people that are going to buck the system and try and change what they agreed to in the first place.
That's exactly right. I
Yeah.
don't know that the association can do anything in that regard in preventing it from happening, but they will have a role and responsibility to try and take some time. The one thing that I will have a lot of admiration for will be the board members, because just think of all of the special meetings that they have ahead of them to look at things, and make sure that things are approved, because they have a fiduciary responsibility to all members for that architectural control that people like, and yet they've got these other people who are anxious to get back in their own homes again.
Yeah, there's no doubt this is going to be a huge undertaking. It's going to require a lot of effort on all of the owners' parts and the board's parts in order to accomplish it. But we agree, you and I, Gene, that another agency with another level of regulation and enforcement power is not going to improve the situation.
No, I mean, when you raises so many more questions. If you stop and think about, if we're going to have another agency here that's going to be created to do this, are they appointed or elected? Mm-hmm. And
good question.
And so do I have? And so if these are people that have sway over me, do I have the ability to put them in their position and take them out? That's one thing that a homeowner has when they live in a homeowner association. You may not like the person who's on the board of directors, but you've got a very real responsibility, and you can see the results of your actions by voting and not voting for people to be on the board.
That's right.
And so I think you take away some of that, and that is a big concern. The second thing, how about the people that are going to be put in there? Are these people that know and understand the homeowner association industry? Do they know and understand?
Well, based on our
contract
past
law?
experience with state and local governments,
Yeah,
I'd
what
have
do
to
you
say,
think?
no, they probably don't know anything about it.
No, they
Maybe.
But
That's a sweeping generalization, but I think some states, because they've been dealing with condominiums and townhome associations, for example, Florida, they may have more government officials that understand that setup.
That's so true.
Yeah.
But as I said at the very beginning, I think there is a plus side to this whole thing.
The whole scenario,
yeah, and that is when a homeowner association gets to the point where they have something totally rebuilt. We're talking about the siding and the roofing. Mm-hmm. Now think of the money that they have already had set aside in their reserves. That's money, a lot of associations I can think of here because of they realize afterwards what was considered bad fortune, having a wind and hailstorm destroy these roofs,
for example.
Now was a good thing, because before they were behind in their reserves, and they didn't know how they were going to have to make that up and ask for more money. And now they have brand new ones put on. Now they've just restarted the clock all over again on the reserves.
So they have brand new roofs. Now they have another 15 to 20 years to save up enough money to replace them.
So an association that's already established, if they had $150,000 and 70 homes, now they've got $150,000 to kickstart something where everything is brand new.
Yeah.
And that could be a good thing.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I just wanted to say about this too was that anytime something major or disastrous takes place, it's an opportunity for people to also take a moment to step back and to evaluate their life, evaluate what they're doing. Mm-hmm. For the association to say, do we have our governing documents the way we want? Do now that we don't have some of the issues or problems that we have now, can we? Are there things that we want to change? And so it's an opportunity. Anytime something major happens, for someone to say, take stock and say, what can we do that will make it better now the next 20 or 30 years?
Yeah, interesting.
So anyway, that is what's going on in Colorado. Well, we need to take another break right now, so let's do that. And when we come back, we've got something from the disgruntled file. We will report on that after these messages.